Welcome to Mr. Schaller. If you love deep dives into history and culture, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Today, we're unraveling the fascinating history of Eid ul-Fitr, one of the most cherished celebrations in the Islamic world. A day of joy, unity, and gratitude, Eid ul-Fitr marks the end of Ramadan, the holiest month in Islam. But how did this beautiful tradition begin? What are its origins, and how has it evolved over the centuries? Let's take a journey through time to uncover the history of Eid ul-Fitr. Eid ul-Fitr, known as the Festival of Breaking the Fast, has its roots in the early days of Islam, during the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. To truly understand its significance, we must go back to the year 610 CE, when the Prophet received the first revelation of the Quran during the month of Ramadan. Over the next 23 years, these divine revelations continued, shaping the religion of Islam and guiding the lives of Muslims. Ramadan, the month of fasting, prayer, and self-reflection, became a central pillar of faith. It was in the year 624 CE, the second year after the Prophet's migration to Medina, that Eid ul-Fitr was first celebrated. Before this, the people of Medina had their own festivals, influenced by pre-Islamic traditions. When the Prophet arrived, he told them, Allah has replaced these with two better days, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. This moment marked the beginning of a new tradition, one that would become a symbol of unity and gratitude for Muslims worldwide. From the very first Eid, the emphasis was on gratitude to Allah for granting the strength to complete the month of fasting. Muslims would rise early in the morning, perform a ritual purification known as ghusl, wear their finest clothes, and head to an open area or mosque for a special congregational prayer. The Prophet Muhammad himself led the first ever Eid prayer, setting a tradition that continues to this day. One of the most beautiful aspects of Eid ul-Fitr is the communal prayer, known as Salat al-Eid. Unlike the 5 daily prayers, this special prayer consists of 2 rakas, units of prayer with extra takbirs, saying Allahu Akbar multiple times. The Prophet encouraged Muslims to attend this prayer, including women and children, so that the entire community could rejoice together. But before heading to prayer, there was, and still is, one essential act of charity, Zakat al-Fitr. This is a mandatory charitable donation given before Eid prayer to ensure that no one in the community goes hungry on this blessed day. It symbolizes the purification of wealth and the spirit of generosity that Islam encourages. The Prophet set the standard by ensuring that even the poorest among his followers could partake in the joy of Eid. As Islam spread across the world, from the Arabian Peninsula to Persia, North Africa, India, and beyond, Eid celebrations took on unique cultural flavors. During the Umayyad and Abbasid eras, Eid was marked with grand feasts, poetry recitals, and the exchange of gifts among royals and common people alike. The courts of Baghdad, Cordoba, and Delhi would be adorned with lights, musicians playing traditional tunes, and markets bustling with sweets and delicacies. Yet the essence of Eid remained the same, a day of gratitude and unity. One of the most heartwarming aspects of Eid has always been the joy it brings to children. Even in the early centuries, parents and elders would gift children sweets, money, and new clothes, an act of love and tradition that continues in many Muslim cultures today. The practice of Eid, giving money or gifts to younger family members, is a cherished part of the celebration. In the Ottoman Empire, Eid was not only a religious event, but also a grand state affair. The sultans would lead prayers, distribute food to the poor, and host large feasts in the palace. Soldiers, scholars, and common citizens would all participate in the festivities. It was during this time that some of the iconic Eid customs, such as lighting up mosques and organizing public feasts, became widespread traditions. The Mughals, known for their love of art and celebration, took Eid festivities to another level. The royal courts of Delhi and Agra would be filled with cultural performances, calligraphy exhibitions, and lavish banquets. Mughal emperors, especially Akbar and Shah Jahan, would personally distribute gifts to the poor, reflecting the Islamic values of generosity and compassion. Today, Eid al-Fitr is celebrated by over 1 billion Muslims across the globe, each community adding its own unique cultural touch. In Indonesia, the streets light up with spectacular parades and firecrackers. In Egypt, families gather for special Eid dishes like kak, sweet cookies. In Turkey, Eid is known as Şeker Bayramı, or the Sugar Feast, where children go door to door collecting sweets. And in Nigeria, the celebrations are filled with vibrant clothing, music, and traditional feasts. Yet, no matter how diverse the celebrations, one thing unites all Muslims on this. As we've seen, Eid ul-Fitr is a celebration that transcends time and borders, rooted deeply in the spirit of gratitude, unity, and generosity. From its origins with the Prophet Muhammad in Medina to the grand celebrations we see across the world today, Eid remains a symbol of joy and togetherness for Muslims everywhere. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the history of Eid ul-Fitr. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Scholar for more insightful content. Stay curious, and until next time, Eid Mubarak to you and your loved ones.